if your daughter went to school in the morning, but came back at 1:30 am every night, smiling but changed, would you still open the door for her? I never thought my life would become something people would whisper about. I never thought I'd write this, praying someone out there has answers. My name is Adana Obi. I'm a nurse. I live in Port Harcourt. I'm a widow. And above all, I'm the mother of a beautiful 9-year-old girl named Amoka. Amoka was the kind of child that made other parents jealous. Polite, curious, always top of her class. She loved her books, her cartoons, and that silly pink lunchbox she refused to give up, even though it was cracked at the side. We lived a quiet life. Routine. Safe. Until Tuesday, 3 weeks ago. She left for school like any other day. Uniform ironed, hair packed in neat lines, lunch in hand. Before stepping out, she gave me a big hug and whispered, "Mommy, please don't forget the orange slippers I told you about. I want to wear them on Friday." I laughed. "You and these slippers go to school." She smiled and waved. The gate closed behind her. And that was the last time I saw my daughter, as I knew her. 4:15 p.m. The usual return time. I waited. No knock. 6 p.m. I called the school. They said all students left by 3:30 p.m. 7 p.m. I called her classmates' parents. Nobody had seen her. My chest tightened. My ears began to ring. I ran down the street barefoot, asking shopkeepers, bikemen, drivers, "Did you see a girl in green uniform? She's 9. Small. Brown eyes." Nobody had. The police told me to wait 24 hours. But how do you wait when your whole world is gone? I didn't sleep that night. I cried until my eyes swelled shut. Then, at exactly 1:30 a.m., I heard it. Knock. Knock. 2 soft taps on the door. The dog didn't bark. The night was too quiet. The air felt frozen. I staggered to the door, dizzy with fear. My hands trembled on the handle. I opened it slowly, barely able to breathe. She was standing there, in her green and white uniform, lunchbox in hand, and smiling. "Mommy, I'm home," I screamed. I ran to her and held her. Her body was cold, ice cold, like she'd been sitting in a freezer. But something else was wrong. Her eyes weren't blinking. And when she spoke, her voice was slower, like someone trying to remember how to talk. "Where have you been?" I cried. She tilted her head and said, "I come back when the bell rings. That's when they let me go." "They? Who are they?" I shouted. She turned her head slowly toward the hallway wall and whispered, "The tall ones, who stand behind your wall and watch you sleep." I turned. Nothing was there. But I swear, I felt breath on my neck, like someone had just leaned over my shoulder. That night, I didn't sleep. She went to bed. But she didn't lie down. I peeked through the door and saw her standing on the bed, whispering to the wall, speaking a language I had never heard before. I was shaking. I wanted to run. But I'm her mother. What was I supposed to do? The next morning at 7:15 a.m., her alarm went off. She got up like nothing had happened, ate breakfast, wore her uniform, and left. I tried to follow her secretly, but when she turned a corner near the old railway, she was gone. Just like that. Like she'd melted into the air. And that evening, she didn't come home at 4. Again. And at 1:30 a.m., the knock came. She smiled. She was back. Same uniform. same cracked lunchbox. But now, her fingernails were pitch black. And her pupils had grown wide like a camera lens opening in the dark. "Mommy," she whispered, "don't cry. If I fail my lesson, they'll call you next." I swallowed a scream. "What lesson, Amoka? Where do you go every day?" She smiled and said, "Underneath." That night, she brought something with her. A bell. Small. Rusted. When I touched it, I felt pain shoot through my arm. Like fire. She said, "We ring it when it's time to forget our names. It helps us stop crying." I asked her who we was. She looked up at the ceiling and whispered, "The rest of us. The other children. The ones you never knew died." My blood froze. I looked at her and realized something horrible. The girl in front of me may not be my daughter anymore. Now I wait each night, dreading the knock at 1:30 a.m. Because even though I open the door, every time I do, I feel like I'm letting something else inside. And tonight, when she came in, she dropped her lunchbox. It opened. Inside was soil, red, muddy soil, and small fingernail scratches on the inner lid. I just want my daughter back. But I'm starting to think she never really came back. To be continued.